Hello.
Hi, Jamie. Okay.
Hey mate, I'm sorry about
Oh,
that.
no, what it was, I sent the link to Ant. So I don't know what's happened because I was here for about I don't know about 25 minutes waiting, and so I sent another one.
So are we, so we couldn't even get a hold of you, mate. I'm so sorry about that.
Yeah, so your manager just rang me from America, so I don't know where he is. So he's obviously in LA or somewhere. So
No, he's actually with me right now. We're
ah,
actually
sorry.
we're in London right now. So
Ah, right, okay. He did say that, but I wasn't sure if he was on a video thing with you. So sorry, man. I didn't realize. Okay.
no worries, mate. Well, sorry to keep you waiting.
No, I apologize for the mess up. I don't know what happened there, but we got there in the end anyway. So
Yes, we did.
yeah, cool. So how are things with you at the moment?
Everything's good, mate. So I've just relocated back to London right now. I'm just brought out a new single called "I Lost Myself in Loving You." So we're about to start doing European promos. So
Right, okay.
everything's really great.
How did you find it in LA then when you went? Because I know when you went out there, you were still probably a few years ago. You were quite youngish still, and I know coming from Wales, we'll talk about the Wales thing as well. But how did you find
Yeah.
LA?
It was very different because obviously like being from Cardiff, you're subject to like a small minority of people, and then moving over to the capital of the entertainment industry. It was a scary thing for me, but I feel like everything's gone really well. So
Yeah, and you mentioned your new song. Obviously, I lost myself in loving you, which I've heard a few times now. It's quite a. I've written it down. So it's quite an intimacy of blind love and somewhat personal to you.
mhm.
So it must have been when you sat down with, I think it was Sierra and John Hume. It must have been quite hard for you to open your heart and sit with two sort of, I wouldn't say strangers, but do you know what I mean? They weren't sort of
Yeah,
close friends. How did you find that?
I feel like that's the music industry, man. I feel like you go into a studio and like you just almost have to pour your heart out to whoever's in the room. And for me, I felt like an immediate connection with them both. And writing about something so personal, I went through a tough little breakup in
Yeah.
2020, 2021. And yeah, Sierra, bless her heart, she just like was my little diary, and I just blurted out all these words, and I lost myself in love and you came to fruition. So no, I'm really excited. It's been a whirlwind of a journey, but yeah, this is the first time I'm releasing a song, and I'm like, whoa, I feel like this is really gonna connect.
Yeah, 'cause it seems like it's well, it sounds like it's your most personal song out of the ones you've had come out at the moment. It seems very personal
Yeah,
song.
it is, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I came out as bisexual last year,
Mm.
and that alone was like one of the most toughest things to do.
Yeah,
I just found myself falling in love with a guy for the first time, and yeah, man, it was one of those situations where I was just like, it is what it is,
yeah,
and I wasn't embarrassed about it. I mean, I was at first. I was really nervous. I had all these thoughts going through my head on the day, and then unfortunately, I found out that the guy was with someone anyway. So I was
oh,
like, why did I do this?
wow.
But no, but it taught me a side of myself that I would like, whether it's a girl I fall in love with or a guy. I mean, like it's opened the world of a possibility, and like it just
Yeah,
taught me you can fall for anybody if they make your heart skip a beat.
yeah, and love's like that, isn't it? It doesn't matter who male, female. I say the love is there, and it's what comes from the heart, isn't it? So.
Exactly. There we go.
And maybe the next song you write will be about your next, I don't know, your next love, whether email, fit, whatever. Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Well, I feel like I'm gonna stay single for a little bit, but I feel like I need to take a little break from love right now. But
Yeah.
yeah,
You're still quite young, but dude, you're probably half my age. So
I'm 24, so
yeah, half my age. Yeah, I'm 48. So
really? Oh,
yeah.
mate, you don't look a day over 25.
Oh, you too slow, you too nice. I was told that about you anyway. So
Yeah, that's
yeah.
good.
So obviously you've got a few tracks I want to speak about. Wishes was made it on the Snowfall, which is the Korean sort of TV show, which we can
Snowdrop,
now
yeah,
which is now on Disney Plus, isn't it? We can watch it over here.
yeah.
Are you going to be going out to Korea because the market out there is immense, isn't it?
Yeah, so last year I actually had a song blow up of mine called Here's Your Perfect, and it did extremely well in Asia. I
Yeah.
was, I think, the top five artists, one of the top five artists in the whole of Asia last year, and my song did over like 350 million streams worldwide. So yeah, we're really hoping to get over to Asia if COVID allows. Obviously being back in London after being stuck in LA for the past 4 years, I've adapted a little bit of the accent. I'm trying to get my Welsh
I know, I
accent.
did say.
So nah, I feel like once you're in a world of like you're in a place at the time, you just like you have to be polite and like. But no, I'm really excited about everything going on, and going over to Asia is like a huge dream of mine, especially with how well luckily I did last year over there. So yeah, man, I'm really excited to like keep that moving, and then I'll hopefully do a few shows here in the UK.
Yeah, and obviously, you know, I'm calling from Cardiff. Well, videoing from Cardiff, so
Yeah,
Western
you.
Cardiff.
What part of Cardiff?
Do you know Antwerp Major?
Yeah,
Which
yeah.
is
I'm from.
yeah.
My family live in Pompeii.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
okay. Yeah. So it's
Oh,
about it's only not far, is it, from here? So yeah.
I don't know. So I was there 2 weeks ago. I was over there for Christmas for the first time in 3 years, which was mad. But yeah, it was just nice to be back in my hometown.
Yeah, do you know there's a pub called the Plough and Harrow, which is near, it's about 200 meters to I'm not pointing, I don't know why I'm bloody pointing, but I'm used to, well, it's just over there. You can see it from here. So, but
Really?
yeah,
Oh yeah.
So that's why I live around here. So it's nice. But do you miss Cardiff at all though?
Yeah, man. I feel like obviously as a kid, I had these hopes and ambitions to like do like be really successful, and I feel like Cardiff is always going to be my home, and my family and friends are there. But at the same time, I feel like once you have a dream to be a singer, you have to go out of Cardiff to try and achieve those dreams. So yeah, Cardiff will always like hold a special place in my heart, but at the same time, can't stay there. You have to flee the nest to achieve those ambitions. So that's exactly what I'm doing right now. So I'll be back.
So I guess the call center job is like a million miles away now. You know, you distant memory, isn't it? So
Hey, honestly, I feel like that time of my life is so crucial to have that job, because I feel like it's made everything that I have right now all the more special, because I feel like I don't even think people realize you get treated like absolute shit in those jobs. Do you know what I'm saying? And I felt like I'd walk into work so depressed, and then I was that guy on the phone that would be like, yeah, what's it? Yeah, okay. And then I hang up the phone call. I was like, nah, I can't do this anymore. So yeah, I'm super glad that that is a million miles away. Fingers crossed I don't have to go back to that anytime soon.
and I remember you reading about that. You were quite a timid guy. I mean, like, you don't come across as like timid now, and obviously seeing the videos you do as well, and you're a bit more very confident, you know. And but what was it that sort of got you out of that shell of being the timid? I can't even pronounce the words, but you know, being so timid.
I feel like when I was growing up, I feel like it wasn't the coolest thing to do, singing. So I tried to like shy away from it, especially in high school when you're around all these dudes that are like, yo, what? Like rugby players, football players and stuff. And I wasn't a sporty guy. And I feel like I was so out of the loop when it came to like being involved in sports and stuff, that I was just so embarrassed. So I was shy and an embarrassed kid to sing when I was younger. So now singing being one of the coolest things to do, especially in this day and age with TikTok and all that being around, I feel like I've just gained my confidence, and like, and I want to tell people that whether you like, if you're a guy and you want to sing in school, in Cardiff, in wherever, Bridgend, or wherever, like just do it. Like dreams are possible, and like you can't let those small-minded people get to you. And I did for a long time, but now I'm like, I'm
Yeah,
going for it.
yeah,
So
no, you are, and that you are, my friend, that you are as well. So.
thanks, mate. I appreciate it.
But you know, obviously, a lot of people over here in the UK will know you from The Voice. But obviously, the story was you did the X Factor first, but you never made the TV. So
Yeah.
it's probably a good thing that you didn't do the X Factor, because obviously the path it's led you down via doing The Voice, getting to the final, and in where we are now. But is there a part of you that maybe, I don't know, is just glad that it's gone the way it has gone?
Yeah, I'm definitely glad. I feel like sometimes there's a stigma when it comes to TV shows, and there was a lot of stigma around even me coming off The Voice. Is he gonna do anything after The Voice because he's came from The Voice? And I feel like a lot of contestants actually feel like that, and it is a bit of a shame, because there's so much talent out there, and like you actually like, how are these people haven't got careers? I'm mind blown by some of the talent that you see, and they're just back in a normal job because they weren't able to have the opportunity that someone else was. But now I don't think it's much of a stigma anymore. I feel like there's a lot of obviously with TikTok changing the game, especially social media nowadays. I feel like you can come from anywhere. If a song is a good song, it's gonna break through regardless of where you came from. And then you have the success stories of like Jennifer Hudson, Kelly Clarkson. And yeah, man, it's just like I'm grateful for my past because it's led me to beautiful things. So
So what was the journey like then after the voice? And was it straight away you signed a contract and then you also they asked you to go to LA, or was it a case of you had to, I don't know, you sat on your laurels, I don't know, you've not signed your laurels, but you know what I mean, you sort of stayed in London for a bit. I don't know what was the pathway?
So actually, my manager found me. I was gonna sing a song for the final of The Voice that I didn't get to sing, but it was my winner single, and it was his previous client. He ended up looking me up
Mm.
and thought I was really talented. Ended up wanting to fly me out to America. So he flew me out to America. We ended up meeting. Had a really great meeting. He filmed a video of me singing in his living room, and then that video that he filmed me singing, Khloe Kardashian then reposted and said that I was a new favorite singer, which led to that whole thing. I ended up signing a management deal with my manager Walker, and then he brought me to New York to meet Atlantic Records, and then I signed with Atlantic Records, moved back to London for a little bit, and then moved out to LA. So,
Oh, right, okay. So it's all down to social media then, in a way, through one of the Kardashians.
yeah. Well, it was actually Walker, and then that video really did take off, and then Walker started setting up the meetings then, because then it wasn't just the kid from The Voice. It was like people are starting to take interest in my voice. And then like Sam Smith started coming on, Kelly Clarkson, all these people that I looked up to ever since I was a little kid just started coming on. And yeah, it's just really cool, mate.
Yeah, I don't really watch many of these shows anyway. To be honest with you, I know I'm in the industry, but I stopped a while back, and but that's why I only heard your voice, and I thought that's amazing. Also, when I do my research, so I find you know and being from Cardiff or whatever. But I'm glad you've made it to where you are, because your voice is it's so special. You got a special voice.
Thank you. I appreciate that. That means a lot to me. Thank you, dude.
The next thing is obviously you want to become humongous over here as well. Because obviously coming from Wales, there's I know, and obviously the UK, that's going to be your big goal. I know we got the American sort of thing sorted and all the rest, but I think the UK is going to be the one for you, isn't it? For personally.
Well, I hope so, mate. I feel like they're the hardest to crack, but I feel like being from here, I feel like it's not even a case that I'm coming over here to like break the UK. It's more so like I want to. Like people don't even know I'm British because I've been away for so long. So I just want to come back and like just like be like, yo, I'm here. Like I want to play for everybody. And I've just been working so hard on my music, and I feel like I just want to play to the people who follow me and hopefully gain a wider fan base in that. But yeah, I'm just super excited about everything going on, and fingers crossed everybody starts to like the music. So
I'm sure they will do, because they've got access to it via all the, like you say, the streams, isn't it? Like Spotify, whatever, and YouTube, and you got your TikTok and Instagram, and blah blah blah. And it's you obviously love all that sort of thing, the social media stuff, and it's worked wonders, for you and a few other good artists out there. But I think for you, you've used it to your advantage and massive, because you've got the talent as well, and it's
I appreciate it. Yeah, I mean, it's changed my life, so I'm just gonna keep going on it and see where it ends up.
Which one do you hate the most, or which one do you dislike the most out of all the social medias, or do you just love them all? Because I mean, we've all got favorites, and we've all got ones we don't like so much.
I feel like I like all of them. I feel like Twitter is the most drama.
Volatile.
Yeah, I feel like that's the one where people don't hold back. So I'm like, I don't really know. I mean, there's been a few situations I've looked at tweets and I'm like, yep, back to Instagram. But no, I mean, they all play their part. But I feel like Twitter is one of the ones where it's like people are not afraid to lash out on you. Do you know what I'm saying? So outside of people.
And your David song was City, so David was City That Never Sleeps. And that had some writers involved in it, which you couldn't wish for better ones. How did that come about? Was that via Walker in his contacts, or was it from the label?
That was from Walker and the label. I'm in a joint venture with Walker's label and Atlantic. Okay. Walker's label is called Go Uptown Records and Atlantic Records. So I'm in a joint feature. So that was my first song that I ever recorded with Atlantic, actually, to be honest. So then I then released that 2 years later. which was mad. I debuted in a pandemic, which was a crazy thing. But no, it's been fun. It's been amazing.
And what's been your biggest challenge so far then? As you know, that was it been the relocation to America? Then obviously now you're coming back to London, and what's been your biggest challenge?
I feel like my biggest challenge, I would say moving to America, because I feel like that was the time where I moved to another side of the world on my own. I didn't know anybody, and then but I feel like you learn these things as when you're in this music industry. Nowhere is gonna be your home for a long time. Like I'm not just in London now. I'm here for like 2 weeks, and then I'm off to like France, and then I'm off to like Stockholm, and it's like you learn to like grasp, okay, this is my dream, and then like the homes will come when I'm older, you know. I have some goals too, but I feel like that's the hardest breakthrough. It's like, and then sometimes this like leaving a place is like, oh wow, now you get attached to certain things, and I feel like you've got to learn not to in a sad way. It's like one of those things where you're always going, but yeah, there's been a few things that I've been through over the past few years. I'm like, whoa, like I wish I could like tell my friends and they could all relate to it, but like only certain, I guess it's hard. Like it's weird. I can't even explain like the industry. Yeah, I mean, you know, you don't really live a normal life too. So it's like, it's like we're so lucky to be able to do what we're doing, and then trying to relate that to someone who doesn't do this. It's like, I don't know how to say it, but
yeah. I do know what you mean. It's like me. It's like normal life for me doing all this sort of stuff. You know, like last week was Kelly Jones Stereophonics. I don't know, Anton off the Strictly Come Dancing, or oh gosh, who was it the other day? Royal Blood. You know, Royal Blood, the band.
Yeah.
And then, you know, it could be Noel Gallagher one time, and then be, you know, I've done hundreds, and for me it's just a job, you know, normal. But if you mention it to my friends or family, they're all like, what are you doing? And it's like, well, you become nonchalant, don't you? I guess you're the same, because you're in the industry now where you just become, it's like you at first you would have been quite nervous, I guess, but now it's like a nonchalant thing, isn't it, where you're, oh, okay, it's just a job, you know.
Yeah, I mean, it's a very exciting job, I will say that. I'm so excited to do stuff like this, so I appreciate you for having me.
Yeah. And what I was going to say, what's the story about the album then? You know, what's the plan there?
My story about the album is full of heartbreak songs. So if you've been heartbroken the past year and a half, then I got you. And then I'm going on an American tour in April time. So I'm gonna be away in America, and then hopefully coming back to do my own shows. Fingers crossed I get to be on the road 24/7 just performing. My favorite thing to do. So I'm really excited about that.
And last but not least is Wales. When are you going to be performing over here in Wales?
Mate, fingers crossed very soon. I feel like we're getting everything sorted now with management and the label, and fingers crossed we'll be over ASAP.
And I think that's it. I think I've run out of time. I think we've run over time by because obviously we started late anyway. So I know you probably got a next. You got a next chat on, or?
Yeah, we have a next chat now. We have to head out to a meeting. Hello.
Tal Walker, thank you for ringing me. I really appreciate it. So I know we get it sorted in the end, but
well, I appreciate you for having me, Carl, man.
Man, you take care, yeah.
You, mate.
And I'll see you on Wales when you come to Wales at some point anyway. So
let's go, mate.
All right, boss. You take care, yeah.
All right, nice one.
Thank you. Cheers. Bye.